Hello and welcome to Power Marriage.
Hello and welcome.
Was that a good introduction?
Yes, very.
I could do it again.
No,
No?
please.
Okay. My name is Pablo Marte, and this is my beautiful wife, Mariceli Marte,
Hello.
and we are Power Marriage.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, strong. We strong marriage. Yes. So hope everyone is having a wonderful day, and today we're going to
Mm-hmm.
talk about the gas prices. You said, right?
I didn't say nothing about gas
You
prices.
mentioned gas.
No, I didn't. Nothing
You
came out of
said
my
running out
mouth.
of gas. So you run out of gas, then you go to the gas station with your little container, and you go get a gallon, and it's like $50.
Well, that's because gas prices are up, but I didn't say nothing about gas.
No,
No,
thought you did. Thought you talked about running out of gas.
I was talking about that in a marriage, both the couples should not both be spiritual decline, or they shouldn't be both at the same time going through, the that season that we all go through sometimes. At one, I might be weaker, and at that time you should be stronger for me, or you should be stronger for the marriage. What I meant to say is that both of the uh, individuals should not be weak at the same time. That's what I was trying to say, honey.
So one individual shouldn't run out of spiritual gas.
Mm-mm. Not at the same time, I don't think. Because if I'm weak and you're weak, what's going to happen to our marriage?
It's gonna be a weakling. It won't be a power marriage.
Okay?
Then we could retitle the show "Weak Marriage."
There you go. So if I'm always weak and you're always weak, what's going to happen with the marriage? It'll start declining, it'll start going down.
Well, we could always be strong together, or like at different times. So I could wake up in the morning and do. You making me laugh.
Because
I could wake up and do
you're
push-ups in
trying
the
to see,
morning,
no.
and you could do push-ups in the evening. So by the evening, I'm already like tired and a little weaker. But then you're
Oh,
strong.
well,
Is that how it can work?
no. I'm not doing this today if you're going to keep these
Well, like all right.
jokes.
So Mondays I could do like push-ups and work out
No, I'm
hard, and
not talking
then
about.
you
You know
work out
exactly what
Tuesday,
I'm talking
and
about.
I rest on Tuesday that way.
Oh. Mm,
Wow. Okay, so we both got to be.
spiritual fad. We should be feeding our spiritual lives every day. It doesn't matter who's weak or not. It's my responsibility for my actions. It's my responsibility to make sure that my marriage is strong. Regardless if you're not strong, I still have to maintain focus. Just because you're weak doesn't mean that I'm going to follow my husband because he's weak, and because he's weak, I'm going to start becoming weaker, and because he's starting to, okay, so now he's starting to pray, so I'm going to start to pray. It shouldn't be like that.
That's very true. When we go, when we pass from this life and go on to meet our Maker, obviously He's going to ask me and look at my life, and I have to give account for myself, right? And when you pass, you're going to go up there
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to have to give account for yourself. And you could say, well, my pastor didn't teach me right, my husband didn't teach me
Mm-hmm.
right, that doesn't matter. It's did you put your trust in Jesus or not, And the same with me. I mean, obviously, I'm the husband and we are married, so I will have to give account also that I did my job as a husband, to be the spiritual leader. But still, your salvation is on you.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make him take a cup and put Kool-Aid and stir it and drink it. You can't make him do that.
I thought it was water. How would water it went to Kool-Aid?
Everybody likes Kool-Aid, I think,
Oh,
but horses don't.
no.
No. Yeah, but that's kind of how that's how it would be. We should both be pursuing the kingdom.
Yes.
We should both be pursuing the things of God,
Mm-hmm.
and also we should both be always trying to improve for our marriage, right? When one improves, the whole marriage improves as a whole.
We should always be motivating our spouse. You know, even if I see Pablo's, that he's probably busy or he hasn't focused on prayer or something.
If I take like a 2 hour nap after work, come home, take the dogs out, and then it's like, oh, it's hot outside. Let me take a 2 hour nap. That's not good.
I ain't say nothing about a nap. So if I see my husband that he's not focused or something, I try not to tell him anything. I just pray about it. Like, okay, God, he's not focused or he's losing focus. Call his attention. Or I might say, hey, honey, I try not to do it because I used to do it a lot. I used to be like, hey, honey, you're not praying. Hey, where you? That's his business. But I'm still the wife, which also I think it's okay for me to say, hey, honey, I've noticed you're declining on your prayer life, and I think it's important for our marriage that you stay focused on that. And the way I used to do it to the way I do it now, I think it's very different. So
yeah, and I definitely welcome that. So it's kind of a accountability, and yeah, I mean, it's in our nature to, when things start going good, when God blesses us, and we're just blessed to just kind of forget.
Get comfortable.
Yeah, I don't want to just say forget, because I can't forget about what God has done for me, but I'm just saying, like, we kind of relax a little, and and just and I guess comfortable. Yeah, get a little comfortable. And then that just means that that's less time to prayer, less time to reading the Word of God, less time to pursuing the kingdom. And so accountability, I think, is a great thing.
And even though sometimes too, because I know it's happened in our marriage in the past, that I always felt like I always had to be the strong one. I always felt like, well, I always have to be strong because he's not in church, and I have to always be praying. So that took that also takes a burden on a person. So I know that there's couples out there that I've heard women say, well, I have to always pray. I have to always be connected to God because my husband won't do it, or he lacks on that. And yes, it is sad that probably that is a responsibility that you're gonna have to carry, in your marriage. You're gonna have to be that strong person. You're gonna have to always sacrifice, right? Because that is embracing sacrifice, right?
Embracing suffering.
Suffering, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not easy, because it's not. I'm not saying that, oh my God, it's so easy. No, it's not.
And our job is to give 100% to the marriage, whether or not the other spouse is giving 100% or not. You're both married again. It doesn't feel good, I guess, when you have to be the one to lift up the marriage the whole time. But if that's the case, that's the case. That's not. And the Bible doesn't say, well, if you got to lift up your marriage, and your spouse is not praying or not being spiritual in any way, or reading the Word, or just doing their own thing, and kind of being lazy. It doesn't say, you can divorce them then. It doesn't say that. So.
I have heard people say that, honey.
No, yeah, but people say a lot of things.
People say that, oh, well, he's not committed to God, so I got to divorce him.
People say a lot of things, and it's just not, biblical. I mean, it's funny how you hear so many people that will say, well, I read the Bible, and I was one of those people, before I actually started reading the Bible. Right, there was periods in my life where I sat down and read a lot of the Bible, or read stuff, but I didn't really understand. I didn't really know what it was saying. I didn't, I understood some things, but I didn't understand everything. I didn't have the big picture. I just read a little here and there. You can go read, a whole chapter and take that whole chapter out of context, or have no idea where that ties in from, or you might understand some of the passage here, but you don't know, the references that it makes to other books in the Bible, and then and what they mean, and and have a distorted image of what the word actually says. But then so many people like to say, well, I read, yeah, I've read the Bible. Or I've read the Bible is what people will say. Hey, what do you think about this topic? And they'll say, oh, well, I've read the Bible. I've read it. I know what it says. It's about love. It's about love.
It's always about love.
Is
and
it about love?
acceptance. Yep, love, acceptance, and no judgment.
That's
And
according
there's no sin, so you.
according to the people that read the Bible. That don't read the Bible. That say they do.
Sin, yeah.
That's kind of what they say. But if you read it, you understand that it's totally different.
It confronts you, so it should confront you. It should compel you to change. If you really have a relationship, because that's what happened to us. In our marriage, we were compelled to say, okay, wait a minute, what were we doing before? How can we change our marriage? How can we change our lives? Because we were doing it backwards. We were actually listening to everything outside, and all the Christian ideas, So.
Oh yeah, there's so many
new way, new Christian ways.
There's so many people that call themselves Christians that should call themselves something else, because if you don't agree with the Bible, you don't agree with the Word of God, then why would you call yourself a Christian? You Christian follows Christ. But if you don't agree with what Christ said, then don't call yourself a Christian. Call yourself something else. Kind of went off topic there, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, we both got to be strong. So
Yes.
what you do every morning is you get up and you, let's see,
What?
you're right there, and then we arm wrestle, and then whoever wins is strong for that day. That's how we.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever done that.
I mean, wow.
I'm strong.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching Power Marriage. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And now we're just going to sit back here and take a nap, and you guys could watch.
No, I don't think so. All right.
No, you sure?
No.
All right. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Subscribe to our channel. Leave us some comments so she can reply to them. And I'll read them when I get a chance. And
Yep.
hopefully I'll reply. And yeah, and thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you tomorrow
All
on the
right.
same
Have
channel.
a good one. Bye.
All right. Bye, guys. Hello and welcome. Welcome to Power Marriage.
Wow.
My name is Pablo Marte, and this is half of my wife. You're seeing on the screen.
What the heck?